When you're solving word problems, I would recommend you start by laying out all the information you've been given and identify what you're trying to find out. With this question, you're trying to find out how much Buster weighs. So I'm just going to put an X beside Buster. That's what we're trying to find. We know that Chandler weighs 28 pounds and their total weight is 71 pounds. So now we're going to create an equation that will allow us to solve for Buster's weight. So we know that Buster's weight plus Chandler's weight should equal 71 pounds. So now that we have that equation, we can go ahead and solve for X. So take away that 28, and we would get that Buster's weight is 43 pounds. So now we can write out a sentence with our answer. Buster weighs 43 pounds. For part B, we want to find the sticker price of the car. So I'm going to set our unknown variable of X to the sticker price. The other thing we've been given is that Shayla paid $24,575 for the car. So I'll write that down. We know that Shayla got a deal. She paid $875 less than the sticker price. So to create an equation, we want to think about the relationship between the sticker price and what Shayla paid. So we could write the sticker price, take away $875, should be equal to how much Shayla paid. And now we can solve for X, so plus $875 to both sides. And that is coming out to $25,450. So we could write our sentence, the original price or the sticker price of the car was $25,450. The difference of a number and 6 is 13. So we want to write out an equation that represents this situation. So first off, we want to kind of acknowledge that difference indicates subtraction. And because it says the difference of a number and 6, that means we're going to be subtracting a number that we don't know yet and 6. So writing this as an equation, we would write a number, take away 6, is 13. And then we can solve this. So the number is 19. The sum of twice a number and 7 is 15. So if we want to write a statement, a number statement to represent this, first off, we should kind of note that sum indicates addition. And what we'll be adding for this is twice a number and 7. So we would write this as twice, let's use X for the number, 2 times X added to 7 is equal to 15. And now that we have that equation, we can solve it. So 2x is 8, and it looks like x is going to be equal to 4, So there you see the number is 4. So for this question, we're looking for the original price, so I've set that equal to x. And we also know that the sale price of the bookshelf was $120. So to set up an equation to help us figure this out, we're going to need to recognize that the sale price was 2/3 of the price of the original price. So knowing that, we can set up an equation like this. 2/3 of the original price should be equal to 120, because we can use multiplication to find a portion of something else. So 2/3 of this original price is 120. Now we can go ahead and solve this. So 2 times x is 2x over 3. And solving equations like this, we'll start by getting rid of that denominator. So multiply both sides by 3, and we get 2x equals 360, and then divide by 2, we would get 180. So there I've written out the sentence, the original price was $180. So for part F, it looks like we're trying to find two numbers. So let's go ahead and set x equal to one of the numbers, the first number. we know that one number is 5 more than the other number. So that means if x is the first number, if the other number is 5 more than that, we could denote that as x plus 5. So that's 5 more, the second number. Now we can set up an equation to help us solve for x. So we know that the sum of the numbers is 21. So that means if we add the two numbers together, it should equal to 21. So we could set up an equation as the first number plus the second number, x plus 5, is equal to 21. And now in order to solve this, x plus x is 2x. Take away our 5 from both sides. 2x is 16. And our final answer for x looks like it's 8. So because we found x is 8, that means that the first number is 8. If the second number is 5 bigger than that, we could find it by putting 8 into x. So 8 plus 5 is 13. So there we have the sentence. The two numbers are 8 and 13. And if you think about it, 8 plus 13 is 21, and 13 is 5 bigger than 8. In this question, we're looking for the number of crossword puzzles that Jamal completed. So let's set our unknown variable of c equal to the number of crosswords. You'll see that they told us that the number of Sudoku puzzles is 8 more than twice the number of crosswords. So we're going to use that to set up an equation. So we're going to use that to write an expression that represents the number of Sudoku puzzles completed. So the number of Sudoku puzzles is 8 more than twice the number of crosswords. So twice the number of crosswords would be 2 times c, and then 8 more than that, so plus 8, and that should equal the number of Sudokus. They told us that Jamal completed 22 Sudokus, so we should actually be able to put 22 in to the number of Sudokus and solve for c. So 2c plus 8 is equal to 22, and now we can solve this equation for the unknown variable. So 2c is equal to 14 divided by 2. And there we get c is equal to 7. So we can write our sentence: Jamal did 7 crossword puzzles.